So thank you everyone. Very good morning. It's July 4th and we are so excited to host this session on July 4th. It's an Independence Day, giving a platform to kids and I was just mentioning to Priya and Madhumita, in our time we never had this opportunity and we used to get so scared when we have to talk in front of everyone. So it's really the good thing you kids are doing and coming and showing your talent on this platform. The next thing we are going to do this week, that we are going to start a page also, Together We Can and Mavericks page, so where you can share your success stories so people will know about that. So that's in the pipeline for this week. So I will like to welcome Aakanksha Shripal, Ahana Shedge, and Aryan Kunjir on Mavericks, which is a collaboration of Together We Can and Chicago Marathi Shala. Uh, Thank you to Priya and Madhumita about leading this session every time, coordinating with everyone. Really, thanks a lot. Thanks to all the participants and the audience who are coming here to applaud you. And thanks to Sulakshana for standing as a pillar from Chicago Marathi Shala. So I will give it to Madhumita and she will introduce the kids and then we can go from there. Thank you. It's our really pleasure and honor to have you all on the host you on the show. Thank you.
Thank you, Vidya, and welcome Aryan, Akanksha, and Ahana. In Mavericks, we have done our previous two sessions with elementary kids, and we are so excited today to do our third session with high schoolers. So this is our very first session we are doing with high schoolers, and we are so excited to hear all about your journey and achievement. Today's session, I would like to start with one thought of Swami Vivekananda. Um, it is something like this: always give it a try. If you fail, if you lose, you can guide, and if you win, you will lead. So, with this thought, I guess we can start our session. And I would like to invite our first participant, Akanksha Shripal. Hi, Akanksha.
Hello, good morning,
Good
everyone.
morning.
Okay, I will go ahead and share my screen if that's okay.
Yes. Yeah, yes, please.
Oh, it's saying I can't.
Yeah, give me.
Akanksha, can you do it now?
Yeah, I can try. Okay, can you all see the screen?
Yes.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, hello everyone. I hope you're all off to a great start for a fantastic weekend ahead. I wish you all a very happy 4th of July. My name is Aakanksha Shripal. I am a senior at Newton Valley High School, and I am a student volunteer at the Naperville Marathi Shala. So through my presentation today, I'd like to talk about my middle school and high school experience. I'd like to share some lessons that I learned through these experiences and would like to share more about my personal commitment through middle school and high school, which was Bharatanatyam. So I'd like to start by talking about my middle school experience. I went to Hill Middle School for 6th grade and then continued at Still Middle School for 7th and 8th grade. Now, academically, I felt as though I was able to manage my time well. And because of that, I was able to be involved in a lot of activities, including being a part of my school's wind ensemble in 7th and 8th grade, and being a part of my school's spelling bee competition in 6th grade. Now, one of the major commitments that I had through middle school was being a part of my school's VEX robotics team. Now, through this team, as you can see, there's a picture of me and my team on the right. This influenced my interest in STEM, which I then followed throughout high school. And it allowed me to gain soft skills, such as, you could say, teamwork, leadership, and cooperation. I was also able to learn more about programming, which then again influenced the activities that I chose in high school. I had a genuine interest in art, which I was then able to enforce through my school play, which was Alice in Wonderland in 8th grade. So some advice that I'd like to share for some incoming middle school students, or some lessons that I learned through my own experience, was that I hope you implement, my bad. I didn't understand that. Sorry. I hope you implement your time in middle school to explore some hobbies of your own through activities. And I hope you take some time in middle school to learn more about the potential career choices that are available to you. For 8th graders, though, I suggest that you look into planning out your pathway for high school, specifically your freshman year. I suggest that you research more about the classes you plan on taking and the rigor that comes with it, as well as looking into some extracurricular activities that you might be interested in. I also suggest that this is the time you pick up a sport or instrument if you want to continue to do that in high school as well. The biggest takeaway I can give you for middle school is that the rigor of middle school is not the same as the rigor of high school. Now, the activities and the courses that you will take in high school are much more challenging and time-consuming as compared to middle school, which I will go into when I talk about my high school experience. So I go to Matia Valley High School. I've been there for all 4 years now. My freshman year was predominantly challenging for me because I felt that I had taken classes that were much harder and rigorous than the classes that I'd taken in middle school, and and there were abundant opportunities in terms of activities that left me confused more than I was initially. So I took 4 honors classes in total, which by itself was very rigorous to me as compared to middle school. I also took up a language, so I do suggest that if you're going into high school, this is the time that you take up a language. For my activities, I was part of my school's badminton team, as well as my school's Vex robotics team. I was also able to enrich my interest in photography and learn more about photography through my school's photography club. Now, outside of school, I was involved in activities as well. I volunteered at my dance academy summer camp this year or the summer before, and was able to participate in some dance competitions as well. I then was able to go back to my middle school and help out my peers of middle school through being a judge at Vex robotics competitions. Now, because I learned more about time management in my freshman year, I was able to adapt to the rigor of my classes in my sophomore year. I took up classes that were much harder than previous year, such as AP Comp Sci A, which is typically a class that seniors would take. I chose to take this class because I wanted to take the time in high school to explore the career choices that I was potentially interested in. Now, the activities that I chose this year were able to enrich my interest and passion for STEM even more. I was part of my school's GEMS club, which was Girls in Engineering, Math, and Science, which helped me meet a lot of girls who were interested in the same passions of STEM as I was. I was also part of my school's Skills USA team, through which I was able to compete in state for computer programming. Now, outside of school, I continued being a Vex robotics judge for my middle school, and I was able to become a volunteer for a local STEM Shala exhibition or enrichment center, which then enforced my passion for STEM even more. This was also the year when I joined the Naperville Marathi Shala as a student volunteer. The volunteering experience not only allowed me to relieve my stress and encourage a lot more students to learn more about the Marathi language and our culture. So now, just because I was able to develop a lot of new study strategies, I did much better in terms of managing my time in my junior year. I had taken, again, a class that was typically taken by seniors in my junior year early, such as AP Bio, because I wanted to explore the career choices that were available to me. I had, again, been a part of GEMS club throughout my junior year. I was, again, part of my school's Skills USA team. But this time, because my school encouraged so many students to make their own clubs, I founded my school's He and She Gender Empowerment Initiative, through which I was able to give students a platform to demonstrate their passion to fighting for gender equality. I was part of my school's student voice committee, which then enriched the bond between students and teachers in our school, and was part of my school's National Science Honor Society, which then again helped me develop my passion for science. Outside of school, I was part of an excellent program hosted by Fermilab, known as Saturday Morning Physics. Now, through this program, I was not only able to learn more about modern day physics, but I was able to meet so many physicists that work at Fermi, as well as learning more about the programs or the research that occur at Fermi. I was also able to take some courses from the website Coursera. I learned more about AI and machine learning through that. And then I continued doing a lot of activities that I had the previous years, such as being a VEX robotics judge at our middle school and being a volunteer at Marathi Shara. Now, my year was cut short because of COVID-19, as it may have for most of you. I was able to implement this time to take a step back and relax myself through picking up some old hobbies again. I was particularly interested in doodling, calligraphy, and cooking once again, which then helped me relieve stress during the AP test period. I had taken courses off of P-Tech, which are courses offered by IBM, which allowed me then to learn more about skills such as design thinking and AI, and then continue to take more Coursera courses that were at the high school level. I also implement this time to learn more about the colleges that I was interested in and then the majors that I was abundant to. I visited a lot of schools through virtual college visits and the events that colleges hosted and learned more about the general admissions college or the admissions process for college. So I have some pictures that represented the work that I did outside of school. This was when I volunteered at local exhibitions to represent STEM Shala and our FLL teams. These are my students at STEM Shala this year, while we helped them develop environment-friendly cities or prototypes of environment-friendly cities, which for a project hosted by the FLL. My Saturday morning physics program looked a little bit like this, where we would meet every Saturday and we would have physicists talk about their experiences or what they work on. The program was hosted by Fermilab, which is, I have a picture of it right here, and then this was one of the projects that they host as well. Some advice that I'd like to share for fellow high school students is that you can probably avoid taking an overwhelming number of AP classes, as you won't be able to manage your time very well and you won't have time to spend for yourself. I suggest that you don't take, or you take up to 4 honors or AP classes every year. I also suggest that you learn how to manage your time early, as you will be able to not only avoid procrastination, but also be mindful of your commitments outside of school as well. I suggest that you also take this time to get involved in extracurricular activities such as volunteering or working for an internship, so that you can gain a lot of soft skills that are needed in the workforce today. I suggest that in school, you get the help that you need at times, because it will help you not only strengthen the relationship with your teachers, but also clarify some things of your own before you take a test in a class. I also suggest that, as I did, you take some classes that would then enrich your understanding of certain career choices that you are available to, and that you learn more about your passions or your interests. Now, a major commitment of mine that I had followed throughout middle school and high school was Bharatanatyam. I trained at the Acharya Performing Arts Academy under my guru, Asha Acharya. Now, through this training, I was able to volunteer at the Academy's summer camps for 8th and 9th grade, which then allowed us to share stories about God and goddesses to young children and teach them helpful processes or helpful methods such as yoga and meditation. I was able to perform at large events with large audiences and media through the academy as well, and was able to learn more about Indian gods and goddesses through the dance dramas that our academy hosted. I was part of my academy's annual performance every year at the Festival of Lights hosted by the city of Aurora, and I plan on doing my Aryan this year in 2021. I think my experience through Bharatanatyam has, again, helped me attach to my Indian culture and learn more about Indian gods and goddesses and the stories that they convey. Lastly, I'd like to thank the Together We Can program for allowing me to talk about my experiences in middle school and high school and help so many students in the community. And I'd like to thank Naperville Marathi Shara and Vandubita Auntie for for giving me the opportunity to speak here today. I'd like to thank all the fellow students, volunteers, and parents today for joining me today as well. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July.
Thank you, Akanksha, for a wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
And I see you have so many hobbies and interests. And I'm so amazed to see that you have done so many things. Oh my God. You have tried like dance and spelling bees and your STEM and everything. That's so nice. I would really like to congratulate you for your all the success and your all the achievement. And here I would like to give an opportunity to Mrs. Archana and Mr. Amol Shripal. We team congratulations from our team Mavericks to you both as a parent, because we completely understand this everything is not possible without parent support. So I would like to give you a moment if you want to say a few words.
Yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity. Every kid is, with some ability and its own individual passion, right, that they should follow. The word of advice is, and all the parents, we try to encourage them in the right direction. And we are fortunate in all our kids and in the Marathi community that we have seen, all our bright stars for the future. And they will be doing a lot of exciting things in the country here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, thank you, Akanksha, for your time and this wonderful presentation. And I would
Yeah.
like to invite audience, if you have any questions, please go ahead and you can ask your questions to Akanksha.
Um, I have to say something, Aakanksha. Hi, Aakanksha. This is Priya here.
Hi.
It was a very good presentation. I like the way you delivered your presentation. You had a very good, great body language, I should say. You kept smiling throughout your presentation. And I like how you transitioned you explored all the grade years like 9, 8, junior and high. So I like the transitions. Your transition was very smooth. And it is really inspiring for all those students those who are starting high school and all those for the juniors as well as the 8, 9 graders. So you gave them talked about all the activities that they can do in school and out of the school. So that's a wonderful thing you talked about it. And I like how you managed your time, and you also you talked on that, like how you can manage your time and do all these other activities. So thank you for sharing your journey. And this is actually like high schooler. This is, I think, one of the many milestones in any person's life, and I think this is one of it major, like as a high schooler or anything. So, did you ever felt that to change a strand or something like that? Like, oh, it's very difficult or going something.
So, did I change my goals?
Not goal, the strand, the stream which you have taken. Like, what you are you in STEM? Have you picked any stream like STEM or something like that, and you felt like, oh, this is going too difficult or something?
I'm sorry, I couldn't really hear you very well, but I think you were talking about STEM, right? About how I picked STEM.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I personally found my interest in STEM through robotics, right? I was involved in my school's robotics team in middle school and high school, which then really, since then I've been willing to enter, um, I've been willing to choose a career in the STEM pathway. I was then able to help a lot of other students find their pathway in STEM because of the passion that I developed, well, through not only clubs such as my school's GEMS club, but also through my work at STEM Shala and my work outside of school as well.
That's good. That's good. Thank you. If any audience have any questions, please go ahead.
Hi, I'm Shreya. So, may I know more about the spelling bee that you took part in?
Yeah, so I was part of my school's spelling bee in Hill Middle School. What they do is they give you a list and then you just have to practice. You need to explore on your own, learn more vocabulary. And then once you take I'm sorry. Once you take a part, and once you, I guess, work and become selected in the school spelling bee competition, which is all a one-day event, you then get to compete at a higher level district spelling bee competition, and then you just go from there. There's like regional levels and then state and then eventually national if you do want to go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Any other questions from audience? Okay, so Akanksha, I see that you are planning, you have your Arangetram in 2021.
Mhm.
So all the best for that.
Thank you.
And we would definitely like to see you if you get a chance. Yeah,
Yeah.
is we can move to our next participant, and it is Ahana. Hi, Ahana.
Hi.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, let's start then.
Okay, everyone can see the presentation, right?
Yes, we
Yep.
can see.
So hi, my name is Ahana, and I'm here to talk about the benefits of volunteering. So the first thing, so one of the first benefits is that you can with others. Is a way to just meet new people and strengthen any relationships that you already have. For example, I at Indian dance school, I learned Kathak there, and I think I've been learning for 7 years. And I also had the opportunity to teach in one of lower classes, dance class, and it was really helpful for me to meet new students, and I got to interact with them, and like I wouldn't have been able to interact with them if I hadn't had the opportunity to teach there. So the second benefit is to self-confidence. Helping others will really help you personally because it gives you a sense of accomplishment and a sense of like achievement. Like, yes, I've done this. I can do more, and it can also give you like pride and identity. So for me, my brother used to be a Boy Scout, and something that I would enjoy doing with him was to sell popcorn. So I remember when I was younger, I used to go around with him to different houses and like outside of stores to ask people if they wanted to buy popcorn or anything from my brother from Boy Scouts. And so that definitely built self-confidence because I got to talk to people that were just like walking out of the store or like in their houses. And it really helped me like talk to new people. So another benefit is growth. So when you're volunteering, you can see like physically and like mentally see the change that you're making through your work. For example, there's a organization called Pani Foundation, and what they do is they restore the water drought, or like there's a huge drought in India and around like all over the world, but Pani Foundation is mainly working in India to help the villages in India to help. Sorry, I guess I got disconnected. Okay, so yeah. Oh, sorry, this is the wrong one. Okay, so yeah, so with Pani Foundation, they are a organization that helps villages save more water and receive help for their water crisis. And so what they do is they hold a water cup competition every year, which is all volunteer based. So it's only volunteers, and millions of volunteers come out of their houses to help build trenches and like just help conserve water for everyone. And from the first year, it had only 70 villages, and it grew to 4,000 villages already. So you can see how many villagers are being helped in just a few amount of years. So the next thing is learning. Obviously, volunteering, you have so many opportunities to learn so many new things, and you can learn new skills and new activities. For me, I volunteer with US Kids for Water for a spoken English teaching class. And basically what I do is I teach conversational English to a girl from a village in India. And it's been really, really beneficial for me because not only am I, taking time out of my day now that like COVID-19 has come, I really don't have anything to do. So I'm taking time out of my day to teach her and help her learn and find new things to teach. And also I'm learning myself because not only do I have to teach her English, I also have to talk to her in Marathi. So it's kind of hard because I'm not necessarily that fluent, but I've also now learned how to talk more faster and more better. So another benefit would be raising awareness. So when you volunteer for something, you are dedicating yourself to help this cause and try to promote this cause to reach as many people as possible. Last year, we held this World Water Conference, which was a conference based on spreading awareness on the issues of like water crisis around the world. So we had some guest speakers come throughout the United States, and then we also had some guest speakers come on Skype through different parts of the world, like Africa and Australia and in England. So it was really, really helpful for everyone there to learn. And we reached the message that we had planned was reached out to around 6,000 people. So it was really beneficial in raising awareness because once like everyone knows, they can all help on a greater level. And so the last thing, obviously volunteering is really good to show on your college applications. It shows your commitment and your dedication to your community. And for me, myself, I'm using a lot of things that I've done throughout my past like 5 or 6 years. And I'm using that for, for like any essays or like anything that I want to show off. So yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. And I look forward to helping everyone else in the future.
Thank you, Ahana, for a wonderful presentation. And I know Ahana is really hardworking and so dedicated. You work for this voluntarily cause. As I'm also working with you, I guess since from a couple of months, and I have noticed that all your enthusiasm towards it. So I would like to congratulate Ahana for your all the achievements and wish you all the best for all your further journey. Here I would like to give an opportunity to your parent, Mrs. Usha Shedge. Um, are you there, Usha?
Yep, I'm here. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, first, before I start anything, I just want to say, Aakanksha, job, lot on your plate. You have a great job and such was there. I'm so proud of you, and I'm sure your parents must be very happy to see, and not more than your parents, I'm sure the kids who are here, they're going to learn a lot from you. So, and I think we need to do that. We need to do work a little more so that our next generation, that's what we do actually, right? So hi guys, I'm Usha. I'm a founder of US Kids for Water, and Ahana is one of my core volunteer. She gets involved into every activity I do because when someone is not there, I'm like, Ahana, can you help me? So she basically gets involved into everything, and I'm proud of her. She likes it now. She likes doing it. So if you have any questions, I'm always here.
Hi, Ahana. This is Priya here. I liked your presentation. Very nice. You made it very upfront that all the benefit that exists in volunteering, uh, and actually you proved like there may be many kids and you are one of it. Like there is no limit that only specific people can volunteer. So you showed that yes, anybody can do it. So that's very great. Thank you. Anybody has any questions?
Ahana, as we have elementary kids over here, so do you have any message for them, or how will you encourage them to participate in this voluntary work?
Yeah, so as an elementary school student, I also like volunteered a lot. So all I can say is that like volunteering is like really all around you. Not only like you can do it outside, but it's also like in your school. I volunteered a lot with my own school. So as long as you go out and like find those opportunities, like you'll really like see how many like opportunities there really are. And it's never too late to start. Like it's like you can just start, like you can start now. You can work during like not work, but volunteer doing like this at home too. So yeah, that's just like that's what I want to say.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Ahana. So thank you for this presentation and thanks for being here today. Your presentation was so inspiring and the work is so inspiring, whatever you're doing. You just said that you have connected with around 6,000 people. So that's wonderful from whole around the world. That's really wonderful. And the way you are spreading your thought of getting teaching English or fundraising activities, that is so inspiring to all of us. I'm sure elementary kids, there might be some, um, I know there are high schoolers and there are sometimes there are some little kids as well. So they will take a wonderful message from this audio presentation. Thank you so much once again. And now we can move to our next participant, Aryan. Hi, Aryan.
Hello.
Hi, Aryan. How are you today?
I'm great. How about you?
Yeah, we are good too. Thanks for asking. So I can see here Aryan will be talking about your benefits of your voluntary work in India. So we would like to hear more about it, Aryan. Are you ready?
Of course. I'm going to share my screen right now.
Yes.
Can everyone see it?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, so hello, I'm Aryan. I'm a sophomore. I'm a sophomore at Conan High School, and I've been doing volunteer work since I was in fifth grade. And and in my freshman year alone, I've been doing over 70 hours of volunteer work. I am very passionate in but helping to volunteer people, and in the future, I'd like to go somewhere in the STEM or business category. So in my speech today, I'll be talking about my volunteer work in India, what specifically I've been doing, and some advice on anyone who would like to volunteer. So what I did was, so one of the things I did in India was that I've taught is that I went to over 300 kids in two different schools in a village called Wagapur, and 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 taught the children there. I explained them like the school system here in the United States, and I helped give them like some advice and motivation to pursue their career and to improve their study habits. So I didn't really get this opportunity handed to me. I had to go and work for it. Well, not really work for it, but what I mean by that is that you need to have is that when you're passionate for something, you'd really want it. Like it doesn't come knocking to your door all the time. Like you would constantly go and get it. So while I was doing this, I had to go and prepare for a speech, and I didn't really know how to do a speech. So I was really frightened about it, and like at some point, I wanted to quit, but I knew to never give up. So I kept on trying, and after all of this, after I did this volunteer work, it really helped with my public speaking and my fear of like communicating and etc. Like volunteer work, not only have I inspired many other like many children, it's also helped with me too. It's it helped me a lot, and I really like volunteer work. So and my and the school and the second school I went to, Sharda English Medium School. Actually, after I was done with my speech there, I was contacted by a local news crew, and they wanted to do a story on me. So I did an interview and everything, and it was very fun and actually kind of scary because of the language barrier. It was hard to do the interview, but I still managed to do it. And then the second thing that I did when I was in India was that I worked with Pani Foundation, and I helped plant trees in Wagapur too. So even now, I still work with Pani Foundation, US Kid. I'm a part of a program called US Kids for Water along with Ahana. And over there, we work very closely with Pani Foundation and help spread awareness about saving water. So over there, my cousins and I, we've helped and planted trees, and we've met so many people along the way. Just like Ahana has said, we've helped, we've made so many personal connections with so many people, and made like so many memories that last a lifetime. And so now, what I'm doing currently is that I am is that I'm teaching English to children in a village called Shirdun along with the Hana too. My student is called Arman Mulani, and he's in sixth grade, and I've been working with him for 2 months. And 2 months ago, he didn't really know like the proper way to say his name. But 2 months later, he's learned to speak a lot more confidently, fluently, and a lot better. And I'm super proud of him. And this is me teaching in the English medium school, and and now I'll talk about some advice. So so my passion is with volunteer work, and your passion can be in something else too, like whether it's studying sports or whatever. The point is you need to be really passionate about it, like you really want it. Like if you want it really bad, you'll do whatever it takes to get it. So open yourself up to many opportunities. You'll never know how it will benefit you, and and it might give you very great memories, and it'll teach you something. It's very good. So yeah, keep an open mind, keep an open heart. Don't be afraid to try new things. It'll really benefit you in the long run if you keep an open mind to everything that you do. And also, not only does volunteer work help you in general, it's also good for colleges as well. And and more about colleges. Colleges really like seeing people give back to the community. So that's another reason why volunteer work is important. So as you can see, it's not just always uh, a school education. It is not like 100% that you really need to diversify yourself, like get involved with the community, do athletics, activities, clubs, programs, anything that'll help you. And my advice is that don't think of it as like a chore. Don't think of it as like, oh, I got to do this for college. Try to find some personal enjoyment in it, and I'm sure that you'll like it a lot more. Once again, this is my story about working with India. I'm Aryan Kunjir. Thank you.
Thank you, Aryan. And we are so proud to see your work. It's really outstanding. And congratulations for your achievement and all the best for your future journey. I would like to give an opportunity. I would like to give a moment to your parents to talk. Are your parents there, Aryan?
No, they're my mom's cooking and my dad is working.
No problem. No problem. So we would, from Team Mavericks, we would like to congratulate your parents too for your all the achievements. And I would like to take questions from audience here. Any questions?
Um, Hi, Aryan. Uh, Congratulations. I like the work you're doing it. It's really a very good, great dedication. You're really doing a great job. Uh, you have really made clear that the role what you're taking comes with, though it comes with wonderful rewards, it also has responsibilities. So very good, and keep doing it. And you have inspired many kids here, and they will really learn from you. And as well as Ahana, you both have really shown kids, or we us also, that anybody can do help others and volunteer. So yep, congratulations again.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Shreya. I have a question. So, can you please tell us more about your tree plantation thing in India?
Yes, of course. So at Bani Foundation, along with digging trenches to store more water, they also plant trees that'll help with carbon emissions because trees like take carbon dioxide and make oxygen out of it. So planting trees really helps with that, and it really creates uh long lasting memories, and it also helps the earth as well.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
And Aryan, I would like to know more about how was your experience when you were talking in India and just in front of the kids, or when you were introducing about your school in USA. So I would like to know more about it.
Of course. So over there, one of the problems was language barrier. For for example, when I was at the Marathi medium school, some of them didn't understand what I was saying, so I had to, switch between English and Marathi every now and then, so they can bring the point more forward. Some of the topics that I covered were like how was like how my regular day was compared to how their day was, and I would give them like some words of encouragement. Like I'd tell them to make sure to study, make sure to bring balance into your life. Like you can't always work, you can't always play. You need to have a balance and to like always like follow your dreams, follow your passion, whatever it may be. Don't let anyone bring you down. So I really said some really encouraging words to those kids, and and I can feel that they were very inspired by it. They really enjoyed my company. It was more of like I shouldn't say like a speech. It was more of like a session. Like we were going back and forth discussing like how our days are different, and like we both learned something in both schools.
That's awesome. Thank you, Aryan.
So, Madhuvita, I just want to put some comments on Aryan.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm working with Aryan from last 2 years, and I'm so proud of him. He's a very, very hardcore volunteer, and I call him a running commentator. Whatever he's doing, he will make sure he coordinates, he communicates with me. And I'm telling you guys, when you're working on any project, communication is very important. You have to let your team leader know what's next, what am I doing, how are we going to progress, what's next. So those are the things, and I always say that Aryan is really good at that. And the kid who is he teaching in the village, I am going to like share with Madhumita the video what he has done, and you guys will see a difference he has made in somebody's life. So Aryan, good job. And I know Aryan has not covered many points, like he's going to help with the tree plantation, and how he last year helped with so many things. But he's a very great volunteer, and he enjoys volunteering. That's what he tells me, and that's what I like about him. He enjoys it. He's not doing it just for the benefit, but he always tells that he enjoys it. He never miss any meetings and all. So I'm proud of you. Good job, Aryan.
Thank you.
Yes, I agree with you, Usha. These kids are putting a lot of efforts in voluntary work. I have joined you from couple of months before, and I can see all the hard works they are taking, all the hard work they are taking. So, thank you so much, Aryan. And here I would like to read. I have few comments here in my message box. I would like to read it for you all. I have one comment from Ashwini, and she's saying you are role models to many kids as well as people like us. So proud of you. And next comment is from Shreya. All of the presentations were very inspiring and nice. Thank you, Shreya. I'm sure, yes, it is inspiring for you. And these big high schoolers are setting very good examples for kids like you, for middle schoolers and elementary schoolers. So thank you for a wonderful comment, Shreya. I can see another comment. Ria is saying, good job, Akanksha. Another is from Ashwini again. Really appreciate your work, Vidya, Marathi Shara, and together we can. This is so nice that you all are giving a platform to our young generation. Akanksha, wonderful presentation. Ahana and Aryan, wonderful working. Keep working. So any other questions for Aryan?
Yeah, I actually had one question for Aryan. So I was
Yes.
just wondering, how many schools in India did you visit and give speeches at?
I only visited two schools because Wagapur is where my dad lives, like where my dad's side of the family lives. So I wanted to reach out to all the schools there, and there's only two schools: a Marathi medium school and an English medium school.
Nice. So keep it up.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Ahana, Aryan, and Akanksha for your time, for making wonderful presentations, for nice slides. It was so nice to meet you and to hear all about your success and journey today. So I guess I would like to conclude our session here, and we will meet you again on next Saturday on same time with few more new kids. Till then, everyone enjoy your long weekend, stay safe and have fun. Bye bye.